Harah. Sorry.
With your permission. The Gemara tells us that Lashon Harah is even worse than killing somebody and do avodah zarah. And that's really the Gemara tells us first with Hamikdash people committed sins, and 70 years later and changed, we got second with Hamikdash. Says the Gemara, so where is the third one? So Zohar says third one doesn't mean third one. Third one means the one. And the Zohar says that Chas Shalom we should build the third one. Hashem never had in mind we should build the first and the second. The only reason we built it because we were on a low level. The Gemara says, so where is the third one? The Gemara says, look, Lashon Harah is much worse than that. Much worse than that. So you think about it, it's nothing. What's Lashon Harah? Somebody said, this guy needs something. I mean, something bad. Nothing. Gossip, nothing. Nothing. The worst of the worst, Prophet Chaim has in his book, so many sins, and aseh, lo taseh, a person commits when he speaks Lashon Harah. He said, what did you say? What did you say? You said something very minor thing. He bought shoes in the store, and he returned the shoes, but he wore them, and he told the guy, this I didn't wear it, and the guy said, this guy came to the store and returned the shoes, and he wore the shoes, and he told me he didn't wear the shoes. Okay, big deal, so what? He said, that's worse than killing somebody. It's impossible to think like this. Worse. But that's all right. Hashem who waves it. But if somebody kills somebody, he said, worse if you say. The Gemara says, David HaMelech, people used to say Lashon Harah about David HaMelech all day long. And David HaMelech said, I want to tell you something. If somebody kills somebody, is it tshuva for it? If somebody speaks Lashon Harah, it's not tshuva for this. Somebody kills somebody in Teshuvah, he's going to go to Gan Eden. He needs some tikkunim, he might come back, recreation, but he has a kapara. But for Lashon Harah, unless you do a tremendous job, worse than that, you have no olam haba. Finished. כבר כך כל דוד, the Gemara says, פסוק in תהילים, משנים בסתר אותו אחרית, you're done, finished with your life. How bad it is, We know that when it says in the Navi, one day, the kingdom was split. Rehoboam, Shlomo's son, was the king on 2 tribes, and Yehoram on 10. And the whole downfall started to go. He made golden calf, this. Wars between 10 tribes, 2 tribes, this bag. I said, you know what happened? I said, what happened? Absalom, this bad boy, wanted to kill his father David. And after David came back to Shamaim, came back Shaul's son. Ishbosheth. They asked him, where were you? Are you joining my son against me? He says, no. So over there was Tziva, asleep. He said, yeah, he did. So David told Jonathan, you know what? The properties that you have really doesn't belong to you. So you and Tziva split the property. Says the Gemara, what did you say, David? You should split. Your kingdom is going to be split. But because you're a good boy, David, I'm not going to do it in your generation. In your grandson time, he's going to lose almost all the tribes. Why? Because he accepted Lashon Harah. Why did you believe this guy that he told you this Mephibosheth, Shaul's son, joined so-called Avshalom, your son, against you? I says, you believed him? You accept Lashon Harah? And all the problems that we have is because the kingdom was split. It says, what happened? You accept him. So what did he say? What did he say? He said, okay, listen, I don't trust you. You slave said that you weren't on my side when I ran away from my son. Okay, so let's say it is. Who cares now? It's over. Now finished. The root of Lashon Harah, of course, Yosef started it. Continued by Moshe, by Yirat, and 6 parasha. God has a story, the downfall that we're going to have now. And all the people will die in the desert next week. It's all Lashon Harah. And that's how the story goes in the Torah. And here comes Rabbi Shamaim in the Zohar, and it says, listen, if you think the Torah tells you a story, you don't believe in Hashem, and he uses very harsh words. He says, better off you should not have been born. You should know, when you read the Torah, I said, listen, you have to elevate yourself. Tevin P1A is not the story. It happened? Yeah. But why does Hashem write in the Torah? Because there's something inside. Secrets above secrets, and you have to dig to know the secrets. And it's not what it says. Again, it says, it's true. So Rabbi Shamaim repeats it in the Zohar a lot of times. It says all the stories are not. The Golden Pin says all the stories in the Gemara are not. It happened, some of them happened, some of them didn't happen in the Gemara. It's just like an example. But even it happened, says Ari and the Golden Pin, it just, you have to dig inside, what does it mean exactly? So Golden Pin said that all the secrets of the world are in the stories in the Gemara. The stories, things happen, that happened, that happened. Here's the story, says Rabbi Shamaim. Here's the story. Miriam and Aaron decided to speak about Moshe Rabbeinu. People say decided. Miriam told Aaron, I don't understand. Our brother doesn't go home. He left his wife. And according to the Gemara, he divorced his wife. And so what happened? The teenage father didn't know. It's all questionable. The Gemara tells a story that Moshe's stepbrothers, Eldad and Medad, were prophets, and they said a prophecy. And Tzipporah, Moshe's wife, by the way, she's buried in Marat HaMachpelah together with Moshe now. The Zohar says, Moshe and his wife, Tzipporah, in life, separated from her. But after he died and she died, together in Marat HaMachpelah.
And how long?
No. Moved. The Zohar says in Marat HaMachpelah. Chaim Kanievsky told it to me. And it says, I went over there, Marat HaMachpelah. It's like Ba'omer. Chaim says, you go over there. Moshe Rabbeinu and Tzipporah there. They had a big tent over there giving food to people. I said, what happened? The people know. He says, this is Moshe and Tzipporah. So said the Lashon Harah, Moshe is not home. Moshe doesn't go home. I said, why? Yes, so Tzipporah stood by and said, oh, by Ne'ba Chesed. Eldad and Medad now, they became prophets, they can live with their wives. The prophet has to be pure all the time. He cannot be next to his wife all the time. So that's what Miriam said to Aaron. You heard? I didn't know. Moshe doesn't even go home. And the moment she said it, Hashem said, okay, come inside, I want to speak to you. As well Moshe, Hashem called Moshe, out of nowhere, inside the Mishkan. Hashem said, hello, Miriam and Aaron, what is this all about? How come you weren't afraid to speak at my trusted slave? You don't know who Moshe is. I speak to him mouth to mouth. He sees clear visions. What do you think? That you are like Moshe Rabbeinu? Because actually, at the end of the conversation, what they said, we were some prophets. Aaron, Miriam, and prophets. You go home. How come he doesn't go home? She says, how come you weren't afraid to speak of Moshe? The Torah continues. Over her son, Aaron looked on Miriam's hand. She has a white spot. The Gemara says Aaron also had it. But Aaron had it for 1 second. He looked at his hand, disappeared. Miriam has it. Torah tells us, Aaron goes to Moshe and says, Moshe, please pray to God. You see, our sister is dead. How can you let such a thing to happen? We came from the same stomach of our mother. Look what happened. Please pray right away. The Torah says Moshe stood up and prayed, Hashem, please, please, please. Hashem told Moshe, okay, listen, she has to be locked out of the camp because she is Sarah, that's halacha. The sixth parasha, the Torah tells us halacha, even though we know it before, the Torah repeats it. It says you get out of the camp, you have to leave outside the camp. That's the end of this sixth parasha. Next parasha is going to be in the Meraglim. The Gemara says, you know what happened? Lashon Harah about there. Say, what happened? Continuation of Miriam. One more week, Parashat Korach, also very similar thing. It's all the 600,000 people die in the desert, and the whole downfall. So the first question is, if it is Lashon Harah, and we'll see soon if it is really Lashon Harah or not. So there's a book of Lashon Harah. You're not allowed to speak Lashon Harah about children. Don't even say it, even if I speak about Goy, better don't say it with your mouth, write it on a piece of paper. Never say Lashon Harah about Chas Shalom. But it's not to do if the person is Moshe Rabbeinu, or the person is just a regular person, a kid in 2 years old also. Shouldn't say about it. Here comes Hashem and tells Aaron and Miriam, weren't you afraid to speak about Moshe Rabbeinu? He's my slave. He's my Tasa slave. He says, excuse me, he's not to do with anything. Hashem should say, listen, you're the Chafetz Chaim, there's a book. Shmirat Lashon. You're not allowed to do this. That's it. Not to do who is Big Moshe. And then Aaron is screaming, our sister is dead. She's dead? She's not dead. She got a white spot. Okay. White spot means one thing. You have to be locked out of your house. And for 1 week. And then the Kohen will come and see if it spread, it didn't go, it stayed the same, so you don't have to be just expelled from the community. And then it disappears, you go back to home, nothing. When you're being expelled out of the city, you take your computer, you sit in the Hilton Hotel, conduct business as usual. Only thing is you can come to Bet Knesset inside the city. Okay, you better Bet Knesset outside, people come to you. So people touch you, nobody touch you. Consider dead, or is dead. The Gemara says, Metzora Hashuv Kemet. Somebody speaks Lashon Harah and he gets the white spot, he's a dead person. So how do you know? So look, Aaron said to Moshe, Miriam is dead. Why Miriam? She's not dead, but she's dead. And Aaron goes to Moshe, says, scream to Moshe. Scream to Hashem, it's not Corona. What is scream to Hashem? What is scream? Tzarat, spot, white spot you get, one of the reasons is Lashon Harah. So what's going to help not to pray now? Why not to pray? It's a secret in our life, you know. When you want to get the bracha, get the bracha, tzaddikim, the kohanim, doesn't help. You know, it doesn't help because the person did something not proper. It means Lashon Harah, doesn't matter. Say Shema Yisrael too late. Got up too late, forgot to say Shema Yisrael, doesn't come to the Knesset, doesn't put feeding on time. Okay, doesn't matter now what it is. Bracha won't help nothing. Bracha won't help. Unless the person does teshuvah. It's exposed, I said, if you don't do teshuvah, there's a decree on you. So bracha won't help anything. So Moshe Rabbeinu, pray, what has to pray? What has to pray? She said Lashon Harah. Moshe heard Hashem screamed at them. He said, how did you speak about Moshe? She has a white spot. Okay, so now what's the next step? The next step, Miriam, she has to be locked out of the camp. And let's see when the white spot will disappear. And everything will be okay. You don't have to scream. She's not sick. Sarat is not sickness. Sarat is just a warning to the person that he has to do teshuvah. You don't pray for this. And the Gemara says, Moshe prayed to Hashem, please Hashem. And Hashem so-called excused himself to Moshe, listen Moshe, you have to lock her up for 1 week. What's behind it? the Gemara tells us that Sfirat HaOmer is because 24,000 students of Akiba did not pay respect to each other. לא נהגו כבוד זה בזה. It's not a death penalty for this. Doesn't say this in the Torah. Doesn't say in the Torah one of the mitzvot to give respect to each other. Doesn't say it. Sorry, I tell you, it doesn't say. Doesn't say. But you don't die for this. Talking about 24,000 giants. They died because they didn't give enough respect. Doesn't say they did something in a negative way. They didn't embarrass each other. No, you don't get up. I don't get up for him. I don't smile to him. Okay, so for this, what? For this you die? You know how bad it was? There's no more Tamil Chachamim. Can you imagine all the Rabbanim, everybody dies, they don't know Shas, nothing. And I'm able to restart again. Took 5 children, Rabbi Shamaim, Rabbi Meir, Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Yehuda, started to teach them again, and then the Torah so-called spread it. 24,000 rabbis vanished. What did they do? Perfect, they kept all the mitzvot, just did not respect. But not, again, in a negative way. They just did not pay respect. Okay, so what's the big deal? What does it mean exactly? Is a melech hakavod? הקדוש ברוך הוא is called melech hakavod, שחולק כבוד לרעיו. Hashem respects people. On the first Monday, the interior minister upstairs said, the sentence we say every morning, שחרית, יהיה כבוד השם מעולם. Is the כבוד of Hashem should be forever. What do you mean exactly? What is it? Mishnah Perkei Avot tells us like this, you know, the secret of our life. It's really the secret of our life. Moshe Rabbeinu, before he died, in his last speech, he said, listen, if you want to know what Hashem wants from you, Hashem wants you to have fear of him. Ma Hashem Elokecha shoel mi'imach ki mi'yirat Hashem. That's all Hashem wants from you. Hashem doesn't want you anything else, just a fear. It's not true. Hashem said that you should love him after Hashem Elokecha. Listen, the bottom line, what does Hashem want? Come Shlomo HaMelech in Kohelet, he says, Elokim asa et ha'adam sheyirah. You know, Hashem made you over here, you should have fear. That's what Hashem made me, I should have fear. Hashem loves it, I have fear of him. Hashem is a policeman. What does Hashem want from me? Says the Mishnah like this. יכבוד חברך ויהיה לך כשלך. It says you have to respect everybody the way you respect yourself. It goes on a friend and it goes on a student. Says the Gemara, when Amalek came and attacked Am Israel, Moshe told Yoshua, choose for us people. Says the Gemara, what do you mean, choose for us? Choose! Moshe compared himself to Yoshua, to his student. The Gemara says Hashem loved David HaMelech. When David HaMelech gave lectures, he sat on the floor next to the people. They used to bring him a big chair. The Admor, the Rabbi David HaMelech. He said, listen, no Admor, no Rabbi, on the floor. The Gemara says Hashem loved David HaMelech. The humbleness of David HaMelech, compare himself to all the students, that's step number 1 in life. That's the Mishnah says. You have to elevate yourself. The Mishnah tells you to what? But you should know first, never. You must respect everybody the same, doesn't matter who it is. The way you like people to respect you. If you do this, as a Mishnah, כבוד חברך כמורא רבך. How much respect you have to give to everybody? That is going to elevate you, that you have fear of your Rav. You must have fear of your Rav. Says Gemara, you know something? The reason why we're here, the Bet HaMikdash, is because Shlomo had no rabbi. Says the Gemara, if someone would have a rabbi, he would not have married the Shiktzes Bat Paro. There was no wedding. She was mitzvah to Shona. There was no wedding, no rabbi, no klub, no nothing. Says the Gemara, what happened? The night he opened Beit HaMikdash, the same night that in the morning someone opened Beit HaMikdash, he overslept. Why? Because the night he made the wedding, no rabbi, no ketubah, with this girl. Says the Gemara, Hashem was upset. Hashem told Gabriel, go, pick up Rome, so second Beit HaMikdash. In the morning, by 10 o'clock in the morning, it was almost the time over to bring the sacrifice. His mother, Bathsheba, dashed into the bedroom, giving him a slap. He says, what's the matter with you? There are millions of people waiting outside for Beit HaMikdash, and the Beit HaMikdash is locked because you have the key under your pillow. What's the matter with you? He went outside. Hashem said, I don't want Beit HaMikdash. So the whole downfall is this so-called fake wedding that Shlomo had with his daughter of Paro. And the Gemara says, you know why he had it? Because he got no rabbi. The Gemara says, who was his rabbi? Shimei ben Gera. So the Gemara says, where is he? Shlomo killed him. This was the biggest mistake of David HaMelech before he died. Says the Gemara, if Shimei ben Gera was alive, this is Mordechai's great-grandfather, he would never have done that mistake. The fear of the rabbi, doesn't matter what you have, cheshbonot in your head, Shamaim, Darid said, means nothing. The Gemara says, if your rabbi would have been here, today we'd have Beit HaMikdash. The first, we don't need the second. The whole down for Beit HaMikdash is because had no fear. Shlomo had no fear of a rabbi because he had no rabbi. That the Gemara says, you should know that's the secret. That after you respect everybody and you have it inside you, the next level, you have fear of the Rav. You can't say, my rabbi is my friend. It's not good. So why it's not good? It's very nice. My rabbi is very friendly. Because the Gemara says, the Mishnah says, Mora Rabach Mora Shamaim. If you have fear of your Rav, you can have fear of Hashem. Hashem wants you to have fear of Him. How you acquire to have fear of Hashem, it's not, I'm afraid of you. No, never get it. You're not afraid of Him. You're saying you're not afraid of Him. You see, you're afraid of Him only if you graduated level 1 and level 2. You were already in a state that you love everybody, respect everybody, and you have fear of the Rav, because the Rav, so-called, is one step before Kadosh Baruch Hu, and then you have fear of the Lord, everything accomplished. That's our goal in life. Why does Hashem want me to have fear of Him? Why? Hashem doesn't care less. Why? The Zohar says, I tell you, the world stands on kindness. Olam chesed yibaneh. Chesed chafati v'lo zevach. Hashem said, I just want kindness from you. The world stands on kindness. Okay, I do with tzedakah, this. Just listen. Tzedakah stands on two pillars, two legs. One is called humbleness, one called Yirat Shamaim. Then comes kindness, tzedakah. If you don't have the pillars, tzedakah is nothing. It's nice what you do, but this is not really tzedakah. That you want, you have in your side, you such a desire that you want the tzedakah all the time. You have to say Shlomo. What if tzedakah v'chesed? You have to say, where's the mishulach? I have no mishulach. I want to give tzedakah. Where to give tzedakah? That you wait for the guy to ask you, okay, then you yes to give, not to give, how much to give. You have to have a thirst that you choke. I need to do kindness. You have to have a drive inside you. That's Avraham Avinu. And Avraham Avinu was very humble. יפה באפר. אתה ידעתי כי ירא אלוקים. אתה. Angel tells him, you fear of God. Says Rav Shimon Bar Yochai in the Zohar. The main thing in life is kindness. But you should know 2 stages before is you have to have fear of Hashem and down to earth completely. If you don't have it, tzedakah is not doing the job. Says the Gemara, בזכות הצדקה ניגאל. אבל לציון גואל, the Gemara says, ושווה בצדקה. למה זה שווה בצדקה? Okay, give tzedakah. The Zohar said tzedakah is much more powerful than tefillah. Compares the Zohar to Torah. Somebody is sick, people say Tehillim, very nice. But if you want to accomplish something, tzedakah much more, says the Zohar. I said, what's it behind it? What's it behind it? There's Shamaim says in the Zohar. Because tzedakah is kindness and rewards in kindness. And Hashem only wants kindness from me. I thought Hashem wants from me fear. That's it. Same thing. Hashem hates pride. Not because Hashem hates pride. Because if you're a proud person, your tzedakah has what this. It means you defeat the purpose of creation. Now, if somebody does not reach that level, it means he loses so-called his visa to be here. And here comes as well, comes to Gemara, and the Chachamim says, listen, Lashon Harah means nothing, but it means everything. Because you say Lashon Harah, and because you don't respect the person. And the first thing in life you have to know, you have to respect everybody the same. By listening to Lashon Harah, by saying Lashon Harah, it means you don't respect them like you. You don't like people to talk about you. So how come you spoke about somebody? So it means you cut already the first step to reach the level of fear of Hashem, to reach the level of tzedakah Hashem wants you to do kindness. It can be no kindness. That's a secret. תלמידי רבי עקיבא לא נהגו כבוד זה בזה. What did you do? They embarrassed each other? No. Yeah, you're nobody. This is nobody. Number one, this is pride. It's lack of humbleness. And number two, because you don't, you'll never have fear of the rabbi. If you don't have fear of the rabbi, you never have fear of Hashem, says the Mishnah. So if you have no fear of Hashem, it's going to be no chesed, no tzedakah, death. The world without calmness, without kindness, will be being destroyed in 1 second. Olam chesed yibaneh. The world stands on kindness. The whole Tehillim full. The whole thing is chesed. Elokim of chesed. Even Elokim is of chesed. The whole Tehillim is full. Not even Hashem. Elokim. This is Midat Hadin. Hashem's chesed. But if you don't know, you have to be qualified for this. It's not you want to do chesed. No, you don't do chesed. You have to have respect for everybody. So it means the first thing is Lashon Harah. So you don't need the book of Chafetz Chaim. I never learned Chafetz Chaim. I don't have the book even. I never learned it. Because you learn this Mishnah, it's already in the book. You know the book. The book is not aseh. The book is don't Lashon Harah. But that's not our problem. Our problem is aseh. You have to respect everybody. You have a mitzvah to respect everybody. I don't need it. In the book it says, Hashem is going to ask a person on the way to Gan Eden, he's going to say, did you make your friend as your king? What are you talking about? He is my king, my friend. You should say, thank me that I don't put my foot on him. I don't have friends. My friend is my ruler. The books. Not because Hashem wants you, please. Because it means that you're humble, and because you're going to reach the level soon that you have fear of your Rav and fear of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and then you chesed, and the world is built. And that's the secret of this parsha, you should know. Says Rambam, it was not even Lashon Harah, the whole thing is a mistake. Miriam didn't say Lashon Harah. What's he say? Moshe Rabbeinu didn't go home. That's not Lashon Harah. It's Lashon Harah. Lashon Harah. Because he's so holy. The man is so holy, he doesn't want to go home. That's Lashon Harah, the man. Ram said, you know what? It just started chatting about people. It means disrespect to speak about your brother. And soon you're going to speak about the Chachamim. And soon you speak about Hashem. He said, Rambam, wait, Rambam, you Navi? What are you talking about? I'll talk about somebody, but I'll not talk about the rabbi. I will not talk about Hashem. Huh? This is the Mishnah says, the Zohar says. At the Miriam Aaron, here is the punchline. Miriam now spoke about Moshe Rabbeinu. You have no right to discuss him. And it's not respect. Hashem says, listen, come, come over here, I want to tell you something. How come you weren't afraid to speak about Moshe? You know what it means? It means the second level already. Moshe is Moshe Rabbeinu. Adoni Moshe, I don't even call him Adoni. This is Moshe Rabbeinu. It means not only you disrespect a regular person, so-called you have no fear of Gdol Ador. When you speak about the Lashon Tzion, you know what it is. You're not afraid of God. You're not afraid of God. It's about if he's Chashon said Lashon Hara about him. It means your kindness is no kindness. It means the world is no kindness. You're dead. That's it. That's the secret issue. That's Hashem calls Miriam and says, listen, how come you want to afraid to speak about Shabbat? Is it Lashon Hara or not? If it's not Lashon Hara, what's the problem? If it's Lashon Hara, don't tell me Moshe is so great. I speak to Moshe face to face, and he sees the vision. No. This is to tell you how great the Rav is. That you should have fear of the Rav. Ketzad lo yiretem. I mean, Torah said in the same sentence, Moshe was the most humble person in the world. What does this have to do with anything? This is Lashon Hara. If Moshe is not humble, what does it do? Torah says that Moshe is humble. You don't understand. Because Moshe reached the level that you don't reach. You don't understand. He will not speak about anybody because it's down to earth. You not humble by talking about Moshe Rabbeinu, but disrespect Moshe Rabbeinu, but disrespect so-called Gdol Ador Moshe. Now you don't respect me. You finish. You're dead. That's what Aaron said to Moshe. Miriam is dead. She's not dead. She got a white spot. No, she is dead. She lost the visa. The minute you don't respect somebody and you speak about Rav, you lost your visa. Not because it's Lashon Hara, because eventually you have no fear of God. Eventually you're never going to do tzedakah, you're not going to do chesed. So what are you here for? If the world was created for you to do kindness, it's not a sin. You have a job to do it. You don't do the job, Hashem takes you upstairs, finished. If you go upstairs. And that's the whole secret you should know of all our life. As the Gemara says, second Betamigdash is not here because disrespect people. Don't respect. It's not because of respect, because no reason to have Betamigdash here. Because Betamigdash means the Baruch Hashem, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is back, and I say, who does it? Tzedakah. Shaveh b'tzedakah. It says chesed. Chesed is going to bring HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You don't want to do chesed. I won't do chesed. I give tzedakah. I don't understand. The chesed that you do, if you're not humble, you're not down to earth, and you have no fear of God, says as well, is not fully energized with kindness. And it's next week parasha that the spies will show it. They have no respect for each other. They have no respect for Moshe Rabbeinu, and they have no fear of Moshe Rabbeinu. They throw Moshe Rabbeinu stones. Moshe Rabbeinu, Torah tells you the story. Moshe and Aaron ran from those 10 spies, and then the 10 spies took stones and threw them at Hashem. They have no fear of Hashem. That's why they died in the desert. They didn't die there because this is Yitzhak. But they die because you have no reason to live up here. If you don't want to do kindness 100%, because you have fear of Hashem, and you got it because you have fear of the Rav, because you respect people, you lost your visa. That's how important it is. That's Aaron calls Moshe said, this Miriam is dead. You know, is dead. She's completely dead. That's what Gemara says. Metzora is dead. He's dead. It's not dead. It's outside. But listen, dead means that you have no connection to Hashem anymore. You're finished. You don't play any role in the creation. You don't do kindness. Moshe, pray. Pray for what? Pray that she should be able to come back to do so-called tikkun, that B'ezrat Hashem she'll have a job here. Not because she's dead. But you lost your visa. You're waiting for Betamigdash to come from Shamaim. And it says, yeah, it's going to come. But you have to reach a level. You have to reach the level. Ari says, summertime is, you may have dinner, Ari says. So be very careful in the summertime. Forget about the winter, what we had this year. I says, you have to show Hashem that you want a visa. The visa is not, it's zakat hatzimah. So this zakat hatzimah, it's only if you are qualified to give that tzedakah, that Hashem takes this tzedakah from you. בבני אדם שלא ממוגנים, ומי האופרית או השם, people should come to the Knesset, you give tzedakah. It's not tzedakah. Not tzedakah. You have to know where to give and how to give. You're qualified to give. And then the Rabbi said, שווה בצדקה, בסדר צדקה ניגר מרבה מניו.
Amen.